Good night, fellow punchers. The clock on the wall says 25 minutes after 10 o'clock on Wednesday night. I'm down in the White House in Kinsale, down in the land of the Langars. Here since about 5 o'clock. On the road early this morning, 6:45. Didn't get to Dublin until 9:25 in the Trinity Hotel there on Pearse Street. Traffic was desperate. Only for I could go into the bus lane, it'd be an hour later, I'd say. Nearly better if I went out the M50 and came in from the other end. Particularly bad on Delir Street. There was 6 or 7 minutes, never moved. Buses didn't move. I was nearly sandwiched in between. Well, I was sandwiched in between buses. Had to let them out. I think they were bullying me. Two people originally from Queens, New York, living then in Rockland County and living in Cape Cod, Massachusetts now, near Boston. He was sick. He didn't come down until nearly 10:30. He had a bad flight. He said the engines was too loud. Hadn't much to say. Well, chatted for a while. He actually worked with a man I used to have pints with years ago from Westmeath in New York, Willie Lowry. He was a great hurler and footballer, and he was a marble tiler. I think he said he's still working, but this guy is retired now. He was some sort of a tiler as well. They used to work for the same company. He used to meet him at Christmas parties and maybe a couple of outings during the year. Willie was a great hurler and footballer. He had hands like shovels. There was only one man I ever seen with bigger hands, was Pat O'Byrne from Wicklow. He had the biggest hands ever I seen playing football. His motto was, no blood, no free. But the very little talk after Kilkenny. We pulled in Kilkenny, we were there for about an hour and 3/4. And they wanted to be sort of left on their own. They says, we'll see you when we're ready. And I said, okay, so I waited. Wanted to go to Dungarvan, but they said no, bring them to the hotel. Mentioned a couple of things, but they weren't that chatty after that, so I don't know why. It's the first time I haven't them sussed after an hour, so the morning I'll hope they're in better form tomorrow, because normally I'd have everything organised for the week in my head and know the people inside out after an hour or two, but it's not the case with this particular pair. So we see on to Killarney tomorrow for the next 2 nights, and on to Innis for one night and Galway for a night, and then Clontarf Castle again. But I'll be dropping them there. I don't think I'll stay with them. I think I'll do what I did this week. Drop them and head on. Didn't see any racing until I got here. I didn't bother putting on racing on the phone when I hadn't them weighed up. I got to look at the replay of where do we get out of here? I forgot my papers, my paper at home. Klondike, not beaten that far. Impressive winner. The step up and trip suited, and the £9 that got hiked up didn't bother it. Had a run as well. Klondike will improve for that run as well. We'll see what he'll do. He won with the Hamilton the way he ran today. We had Millstream again had the run. Should have been a ring. Very unlucky. And what happened to Swing Along sort of at the furlong and a half pole or that? Did he get bad step or something? I didn't get time to look back at it yet properly. I only looked at it on the phone. It's better to see it on the laptop, but I didn't look at it yet. I must look at it again. But drifted out to 10-1. Actually, the two horses that were sort of first, second and third favourite yesterday evening drifted like a bird and they were nowhere. So we'll have to watch them again. And then, what a clown this horse is. Won't be touching him again. I thought it was a once-off the last time, but sure, Jesus Christ almighty. He stood and says, not for me. He finished what, 11th? He bet 9 home. What would he have done if he broke evenly? He gave 20 lengths away. Anyway, on to tomorrow. There's a race at Limerick tomorrow, the 205. Soft to heavy, 6.5 furlongs. Ramiro, I'm taking on the Fav. Ramiro won course and distance before in 2021, wasn't it? Which is with Ian O'Connor. Won off 78. Then I went to Brian Ellison in England, went was 80. Went back down, I won again at won an air last year of 71 and won off 70. He was nicely handicapped in them 2 races. But he ran well enough, I thought, the last fourth one back. Like, he ran well behind Janube, 7 furlongs on heavy ground. He was 2-1 favourite in Cork. Not beaten all that fair, but sort of drawn on the wrong side, I thought, that day. I preferred this if it was another half a furlong. But in the corner of the last day, this is him with the red hat, or red cap.
And it is Gustavus Weston dueling away with the horse with the white face, Red Brand Church. Mercurial still there on the stands rail, followed by Ramiro, and Midnight Far is picking up well, ahead of Tyson Yeh and Tough Talk next with Polar Bear and Dagoda. Spaced across inside the final furlong, Mercurial on the stand side, still just has it from Midnight Far, Ramiro, Red Brand Church, Tyson Yeh and Tough Talk, but it's Mercurial and Robert Weirty home by 3 lengths from Midnight Far. Ramiro is next, running on was Dagoda with Rat Branchers, Tough Talk, Tyson.
And he's an 8-year-old now and won't be improving. But 75 left alone there. Just taking on the Fav. Fav has gone up £8 for that win. But beating Tyson Yeh and them, it wouldn't be the best for him, I thought. 205. There's a horse at Perth. Trying to get one over the jumps tomorrow. Liverpool Night. Ollie Murphy is flying it. He's 5 for 12 in the last 14 days. That's nearly 42%. He seems to have improved a good bit this year. He has 3 races won. He was rated 85 on the flat, so 85 and 40 would be 125. He's 121. So he just might be another couple of pound in the to spare. I thought 4-1, 31. Actually, if you got 9-2, 5-1, you could back him each way. But could chance him on the schnot. There's one at Clonmel. Doonbeg Don is. Let's see, what's the favourite? Doonbeg Don didn't stay the 2-6 the last day. Tingarn Express is favourite. Victory Star is Charles Burns, so they're afraid of it. It was claimed, first run after being claimed in Dundalk. But Flicker of Hope, as you can see, the handbrake was on the first 3 runs over hurdles. 100-1, 250-1, 250-1, beaten 36 lengths, 64 and 32. First time in a handicap hurdle, rated 88. Horse that we were on that day, the Big Cloud. Remember the horse, the other horse make a mistake. Where are we here? Oh, that was Tingarden Express. Or no, this is it here.
And on the outside,
this is him here.
Against the rail
this is over 2 miles.
They're being followed by Camino Mission. Flicker of Hope is behind these, but as they race on towards the second last, it's still Boston Bongo on the inside. The Big Clouds, the yellow and blue nearest to us. JPM is in third, but still with 4 lengths to fight. Boston Bongo, a serious error. Shot Brian Hayes forward, and that hands the initiative to the Big Cloud. Opens up now as the advantage by 3 was big and bold then over the last. JPM and Boston Bongo will try and run her down. The Big Cloud still has the advantage. Boston Bongo is trying to close late on, but it's the Big Cloud who holds on for Sean O'Keefe and Shane Crawley. Crucial final flight out.
Step up and trip to 2-3. Might suit that flicker of hope tomorrow. 4-1 poke. Where are we? Oh yeah, the 245 at York. I don't know what the ground is like tomorrow. They're saying it's going to be raining, but how much rain? I was sort of fancying in the 315 there. I was sort of fancying Bluestocking to beat Free Wind. Free Wind won this last year, but I think it needs cutting the ground. Even though it was sort of good ground last year when it won, it's better at a mile and a half. But Bluestocking, first time out last year, was second to Warm Heart. Warm Heart is a Grade 1 filly. It was second to Warm Heart in a mile 2 in a listed affair in Newbury. It ran in Group 2, Group 1, listed in Group 1. It beat Free Wind the last time they met in the Champions Filly stake. Bluestocking was staying on that day to get within the neck of Poptronic, who got a free and easy lead up front, and Free Wind was behind. Now he was entitled, or she was entitled to win because she was only carrying 9-1, and Free Wind was carrying 9-7 because she was only a 3-year-old. Carrying level weights tomorrow. You wouldn't know which of them would be the fitter, that's the thing, but the market will tell us. But in the Hamilton handicap, there's a 6-1 favourite, Metal Merchant. There's a bit of money there for a horse I had picked, Point Lynas. It was 14s earlier. Ready Bethel. There's 3 runs at York. It shows 3 seconds, but one of them it won and it was disqualified this day against Master Richard. Then it was second to Groupier last year, and it was second then again to Ropey Guest in that race. So it runs well enough at the track. Like it was ahead of, Northern Express, Dutch Decoy. A few of them horses that's out against us tomorrow. I thought I'd picked out as an each way bet, and instead they're paying 5. Tricky affair in the first race, and ground is key to every horse, but I don't know what it's like tomorrow. We have a horse that done us a couple of good turns last year and placed for us the last day is JM Jungle. He's there, and Marine Wave is favourite, but Marine Wave was behind us the last day, wasn't he, in that race? But he wasn't off the air that day. The quality doesn't run in this tomorrow. Marine Wave was back here, and James Jungle was here, but it was wide on the track. It was hard to know. That was the first one back after being disqualified after winning in Doha. Could have an each way bet on that. I think they won a couple of times before, so good prices. Our buddy Alligator Alley is out, but I don't know. I don't think it's as good as it was. It's 7 now. I thought there was a bit of money for it. That was 12s earlier. Seven-year-old. Anyway, I get this into the oven. First day in a long time, no dinner. I sort of fell asleep there for a while, and then I was looking at a couple of replays and looking at form for tomorrow. I went for a quick walk. And believe it or believe it not, I got grapes and a few strawberries. And a bottle of water. That's the first. We'll make up for it tomorrow and when we get to Killarney. We'll give the roast beef flaking tomorrow night, that's for sure. Bash the bookies over and out.